On a quiet evening in a small town, a boy named Rayan sat alone on the rooftop of his modest home. Above him stretched a blanket of stars, calm and endless. But inside his heart, a storm brewed, of questions, doubts, and dreams too big for the world around him. He had always wanted to be a scientist, not for fame or fortune, but to create something meaningful, to change lives. But every time he spoke of his dream, people laughed. "Be realistic," they said. "Dreams are for the lucky." That night, with a deep sigh, Rayan tapped his forehead and asked softly, "Hey, do dreams really have power?" To his surprise, a quiet voice replied, not from around him, but from within. It was calm, kind, and familiar. "Yes, Rayan," the voice said. "Dreams are powerful. They are the beginning of everything." Rayan blinked, startled. "Who are you?" "I am your mind," the voice replied gently. "The part of you that believes, even when the world doesn't." Rayan frowned. "But what if I fail? What if I try, and everything falls apart?" The voice didn't hesitate. "Then you will learn. Every failure teaches you something that success cannot. It's not about never falling, it's about rising every time you do." He leaned back and looked up at the stars again. "But people laugh at me. They say I'm just a poor kid with a wild imagination," the voice responded, steady and sure. "Let them laugh. Great dreamers were once laughed at too. People mocked the idea of light bulbs, flying machines, and even space travel. But those who dared to dream proved them all wrong." Rayan sat in silence, the words sinking deep into his soul. "I don't have money," he said. "I don't have connections or special tools. All I have is me, and that is enough," the voice said. "You have your mind, your heart, and your will to keep going. That's all any great dream ever needed to begin." Encouraged by the words echoing in his mind, Rayan made a promise to himself. He would stop waiting for the perfect moment. He would start, right where he was, with what he had. In the days that followed, he studied harder, read whatever books he could find, and watched online lessons late into the night. The rooftop became his place of peace and purpose. Each evening, he'd return there and speak to that voice again, his inner guide, his silent strength. One night, after weeks of hard work and little sleep, Rayan asked, "What if I get tired? What if I feel like giving up?" The voice answered gently, "Then rest, but don't quit. Even the brightest stars need the dark to shine." Years passed. Rayan's efforts didn't go unnoticed. He earned a scholarship to a university where his curiosity and determination set him apart. He built things that made life easier for others, simple solutions with big impacts. His inventions reached schools, hospitals, and villages like the one he came from. Eventually, the same people who had once laughed at his dreams now pointed to him with pride. One day, standing in front of a group of young students, Rayan was asked, "How did you do it? What made you believe you could?" He smiled and replied, "One night I asked my own head if dreams had power, and it answered me, not with promises, but with purpose. I listened and I worked. That's all it takes: faith in your dream and the courage to keep going no matter what." The students clapped, inspired not just by his story, but by the truth within it. And so, under the same night sky where a boy once asked a quiet question, many more began to believe that even the smallest voice inside can lead to the biggest changes, because that is the true power of dreams.